What's going on YouTube? Yugioh here, and I'm here to show you my Goblin Biker Deck Profile. Let's get started. Starting with the main deck. We're running 3 Goblin Biker Doug Charger. This card is effective. This card is in your hand. You can attach 1 Exceed material from a monster on either field, and if you do, special summon this card. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Goblin Biker spell or trap from your deck to your hand. You're going to use each effect once per turn. Next, I'll be running 2 Goblin Biker Mean Merciless. If this card is normal or special summon, you can special summon 1 Goblin Biker from your hand, except Goblin Biker Mean Merciless. During your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can detach 1 Exceed material from a monster on either field, and if you do, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Next, I'm running 1 Clatter Splotter. This card's effect, if this card is normal or special summon, you could target 1 Goblin Biker in your graveyard, except Clatter Splotter. Special summon it. During your opponent's main phase, this card is in your graveyard. Quick effect, you can attach 1 Exceed material from a monster on either field, and if you do, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. And lastly, to round off the Goblin Bikers, I'm running 1 Goblin Biker Boommock. Once per chain during the main phase, if this card is in your hand or graveyard, quick effect, you can attach 1 Exceed material from a monster on either field, and if you do, special summon this card. Also, you cannot special summon Goblin Biker Boommock until the end of next turn. Next, I'm running 3 Tour Guide from the Underworld. Tour Guide, when it's normal summoned, you can special summon 1 level 3 Fiend from your hand or deck, but negate its effects. So it's a good way to bring out Mean Merciless here. Go into your Exceeds combos. Next, I'm running 3 Speedroid Terratop and 1 Speedroid attacking Tomberg. Again, Terratop coming to 3 really helps the deck build its rank 3 Exceeds monsters. Next, I'm running a Psychic Tracker and a Psychic Wielder. Again, just extra level 3 support for the deck here. You see 2 level 3s on the field, so having these really help. And then my one last tech to run, I'm running 1 Arch Nemesis Protos. So this just came off the recent ban list, and if you don't know what this does, cannot be normal summon or set. Must first be special summoned from your hand by banishing 3 monsters with different attributes from your graveyard and or face up on field. Cannot be destroyed by your card effects. You can declare 1 monster attribute on the field, destroy all monsters on the field with that attribute. Also, until the end of next turn, neither player can special summon monsters with that attribute. So, it's time to test this out. So, of course, all your goblins are different attributes here. Not to mention all these other cards. You got wind, you got earth, you got dark. So Arch Nemesis Protos is definitely a good tech if you see it. I'm not running the Nemesis package in the deck at the moment, so this is kind of just if I see it, it's gonna work. On to the hand traps. Of course, I'm running 3 Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Imperm, 1 Ghost Ogre, and 1 Ghost Mourner. I'm running Ghost Mourner and Ghost Ogre just because it's, of course, level 3. And then Ghost Ogre, since I run Emergency Teleport, I can see it on field. It could be an extra extender and just a good interruption. On to the spells. I'm running 3 Goblin Biker Grand Entrance. So, Grand Entrance, when it's activated, I can add 1 Goblin monster from your deck to your hand. Then I can apply the following effect. Detach 1 Exceeds materials from a monster on either field, and if you do, special summon 1 level 4 or lower Goblin monster from your hand. You can banish this card from your graveyard, detach 1 Exceeds material from a monster on either field, then you can add 1 Goblin monster from your graveyard to your hand. You're going to use each effect once per turn. Then I'm running 2 Goblin Biker Grand Bash. This card's effects: Goblin monsters you control gain 300 attack for each Goblin monster you control. During your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Goblin monster in addition to your normal summoner set. You can target 2 goblin monsters you control, then activate one of these effects. Make the level of one of the monster become the current level of the other, or both of the levels become their combined original levels. You can only use this effect of Goblin Biker Bash once per turn. And then for the extra spells I'm running, of course, like I mentioned earlier, I'm running 3 Emergency Teleports. This brings out your Psychic monsters to go into your Exceed play, your Exceed plays, or you could even bring out Ghost Ogre, just for some extra interruption. One of I'm running 1 Call by the Grave, and 1 Reinforcements of the Army. And then I'm also running 1 Ghostrick Shot. I do run the Ghostrick package in the Exceeds, for the Exceeds in my extra deck, so this will help out here. And then for the traps, 1 Goblin Biker Grand Stampede, and 1 full armored Exceeds. So now for the extra deck, I'm going to be running 2 Goblin Biker Big Gabonga. Big Gabonga's effect, if this card is Exceed summoned, you can add 1 Goblin monster from your deck to your hand. If a material is attached from a monster on the field, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, except this card, attach it to this card as material. During the end phase, you could attach 1 Goblin monster from your deck to this card as material. You can use each effect once per turn. Next, for the new cards, I'll be running 1 Goblin Biker Troika Yari. I don't know if I said that right. I'm testing it out for right now. Not sure if I want to keep it in here, but its effects: while 3 or more Exceed materials are attached to monsters on the field, Goblin monsters you control can attack directly. Once per turn, if a monster is normal or special summoned while this card is in the monster zone, you could target 1 of those monsters, detach 1 material from a monster on either field, and if you do, change that targeted monster's battle position. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can attach 1 material from a monster on either field, and if you do, negate that attack. The next package I'll be running is the Exceeds Armor package. So I'm running Torpedo, Fortress, and Dark Knight Lancer. Just since it's a rank 3 deck, why not run the Armor Torpedo, the Armor Fortress, and Dark Knight Lancer? It's good extenders for the deck. Next I'll be running the 1 Ghostrick Alucard, and then the 2 Angel of Mischief. So in case you're not too familiar with the combo on this, so when I go, we have two level 3s, on the field. You go into Alucard, and then you go into Angel of Mischief. So then Mischief effect is that you want to detach a material, which will be your Alucard, to add the spell Ghostrick Shot. So then you activate Ghostrick Shot to summon your Alucard, and then you overlay another Alucard for Angel Mischief. And then since you have 2 Angel Mischief, you will go into this card here, Utopic Future, and Utopic Drago Future. So again, just more negates for the deck. Utopic Draco Future could really come in clutch for you. And then to round off the Exceeds, I'm running 1 number 75 for your Nib negate, and then 1 number 3. Testing this out, this is probably the most flex spot for right here. For right now is what I'm thinking for this deck. I could maybe make it a Zeus or a Typhon. And then round off the extra deck, I'll be running 1 IP Masquerena and 1 SP Little Knight. Let's try to do a test hand combo to see how the deck will work here. Alright, so we're going to do a test hand here. I'm going to shuffle my deck up here, and we'll see what we could do. Okay, alright. Okay, so we got 2 starters actually. And 1 can even be special summoned. So, if we go first, what I want to do, I'm going to special the Terratop. So when I want to special, I could search for attacking Tomberg. And since I control a wind monster, I could special summon the attacking Tongberg there. And then to play against the Nib, we're gonna bring out number 75. So now, since we have this here, we're free to play. So now we're gonna normal summon the Tour Guide. Effective Tour Guide to special summon the Mean Merciless. And then we go 2 routes here. What should we go for? Got it. I'm going to exceeds into the Goblin Biker Big Gabonga. So then, when his exceed summons, I can add a Goblin monster. So what I want to add is the Duck Charger. And then the Duck Charger effect, I could attach a material. So I would detach a Tour Guide. I would attach the Mean Merciless. Let's do that. To special summon a Duck Charger. Effect when it hits the field, I can add a Goblin Biker spell or trap. And this one will be the Grand Entrance. So now here I could either go 2 ways. I could go Mean Merciless. This is engrave. Or I could use the Grand Entrance. So what I want to do is use the Grand Entrance. Activate Grand Entrance. I'm going to add 1 Goblin monster from deck to hand. I'm going to add... What should we add? I'm going to add the Boom Mock. Maybe. Hold on. We're going to add the Clatter Splatter. And then the second effect, detach and exceed material on either field, and then special summon 1 level 4 lower goblin. So we're going to attach the second material from Big Gabonga to special summon the Clatter Splatter. Clatter Splatter effect, scars normal special summon. I can target a goblin monster engrave. So we'll target the Mean Merciless to special. I can't use this effect when it's summoned because I don't have another goblin monster, but now I could do this here. I'm going to exceeds into the Alucard, and then we're going to exceed into the Angel of Mischief, and then we're going to go Mischief effect to detach, to add. Where is it at here? We're going to add the Ghostrick shot. Oh, this is engraved. And then we're going to activate the Ghostrick shot to bring back, the Alucard. And then with that Alucard, we're going to go into the second Angel of Mischief. And then after that, we're going to overlay. This goes to grave. Into our Utopic Future. And then we're going to go into our second negate here, Utopic Draco Future. And now, this is where we could go a couple ways. So let's activate Emergency Teleport. We're going to special summon we're going to special summon the Ghost Ogre. This is great. And then now we could link these 2 off. Ooh, let's go here to protect from possible anema. IP Masquerena. And then, just to have some extra material on field, I could attach a material activating Mean Merciless effect to special summon itself back, because I didn't use this effect yet. And I believe that's the end board here. So I got 1 interruption when Ghost Ogre, 2 monster negates here, and then the IP into an SP Little Knight, which could go from these 2 here, and then I still have these 2 hand traps in my hand. So there you have it. Just a little test hand of what this deck could do. If you appreciate this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you on the next one.